Unlike in many other types of lawsuits, attorneys in personal injury cases are frequently compensated on a contingency fee basis. If you're wondering what percentage lawyers charge for personal injury services, the answer is 33 to 55% of the award as payment fees. In these cases, the person filing the claim, the plaintiff, agrees to pay the costs of the suit as well as a percentage of the damages awarded to the lawyer handling the case. If the plaintiff loses, no attorney's fees are paid. What is a contingency fee? In the so-called English system, the person who loses a lawsuit is usually required to pay all of the fees and costs incurred by both parties. This policy makes filing a lawsuit risky and restricts access to the courts. However, in American courts, this rule is not followed, and each party, barring exceptional circumstances, is required to pay their own fees regardless of who wins. The American legal system also allows for contingency fees to increase injured parties' access to the courts. If you're wondering what percentage lawyers charge for personal injury cases, this is a portion of it. A contingency fee is a legal fee in which the obligation to pay is contingent on the outcome of the lawsuit and is typically a percentage of the damages awarded. What percentage do lawyers take for personal injury with a contingency fee arrangement in Colorado? A contingency fee arrangement generally requires little or nothing up front when filing a lawsuit. Instead, the client and lawyer enter into a written agreement outlining the terms of the contingency legal fees. Usually, the agreement states the attorney receives payment if the lawsuit is successful and states the percentage that goes to the attorney. Although some states limit the percentage an attorney can take in legal fees, Colorado does not set explicit limits. Under the Colorado rules of disciplinary conduct that govern attorneys, there are ethical limits to a contingency fee. A fee must be reasonable under the circumstances of the case and the legal work performed for the client. At Front Range Injury Attorneys, our Denver personal injury attorneys represent clients under a fair and reasonable fee agreement. Can the attorney prepay the expenses in a contingency case? The contingency fee agreement must detail the financial agreement between the plaintiff and the attorney. Prepayment of expenses such as suit filing fees may or may not be covered by the agreement. The payment of such fees does not invalidate the contingent fee agreement. How contingency fee agreements help personal injury victims? Litigation is extremely expensive when paid by the hour. Fees of several $100s per hour are common, and even out-of-court settlements result in hundreds of billable hours. Most accident victims cannot afford legal representation without contingency fee agreements. If plaintiffs do not have legal representation, insurance companies have little incentive to settle cases quickly and fairly. With the assistance of a team of attorneys, defendants can take advantage of plaintiffs' pro se status to take advantage of them. Pro se plaintiffs, in the worst-case scenario, are unable to refute defense lawyer arguments, resulting in lost cases and no compensation. Contingency fees create a level playing field. Insurance companies always have one significant advantage: they have a lot of money to pay lawyers. This automatically disadvantages personal injury plaintiffs. Insurance companies can afford to fight a case in court for years, and only a very few plaintiffs have the financial resources to match them. Front Range Injury Attorneys represents clients in personal injury cases on a contingency fee basis. The Denver personal injury attorneys at Front Range Injury Attorneys represent clients on a contingency fee basis. We believe clients are best served under this no-win, no-fee basis by allowing them to focus on overcoming their injuries rather than how they will pay their lawyers. In addition to working on a contingency fee basis, our personal injury attorneys also offer free case reviews for new clients. Contact our office today to discuss your case.